Hi, first graders. It's that time for bedtime stories. I wanted to show you who I brought with me tonight, though. Before we start reading, this is Flopsy the First. And Flopsy the First was my favorite stuffed animal growing up. I got it when I was 7 from my grandma, and I wanted a pound puppy. This is called a pound puppy. I wanted one so bad for Christmas. And my mom and dad weren't huge fans of stuffed animals. And so I kept asking them for it, and they kept saying, no, we're not getting you another stuffed animal. You know how parents say that? And then my grandma had me open it on Christmas Eve. So it's named Flopsy the First, and he has been everywhere with me. He went to college with me in San Diego, moved back home with me, and so now he hangs out in the den, the kids' room. This is where we have a lot of our books and our the kids watch TV and play video games and stuff like that. So this is where he hangs out. So I wanted him to meet you guys tonight. Say hi, Flopsy. And so go get your favorite stuffed animal and get super cozy because we have 2 more chapters of Frog and Toad to read tonight. The first one is called The Corner. Frog and Toad were caught in the rain. They ran to Frog's house. "I'm all wet," said Toad. "The day is spoiled." "Oh, have some tea and cake," said Frog. "The rain will stop. If you stand near the stove, your clothes will soon dry." "I will tell you a story while we are waiting," said Frog. "Oh, good," said Toad. "When I was small, not much bigger than a pollywog," said Frog, "my father said to me, 'Son, this is a cold gray day, but spring is just around the corner.' I wanted spring to come. I went out to find that corner. I walked down a path in the woods until I came to a corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was on the other side." "And was it?" asked Toad. "No," said Frog. "There was only a pine tree, 3 pebbles, and some dry grass. I walked in the meadow. Soon I came to another corner. I went around the corner to see if spring was there." "Did you find it?" asked Toad. "No," said Frog. "There was only an old worm asleep on a tree stump." Now we know that Frog's dad didn't mean it was actually around the corner. He meant spring is coming soon. Just around the corner is an expression for it's going to happen soon. I walked along the river until I came to another corner. I went around the corner to look for spring. Was it there?" asked Toad. "No," said Frog. "There was only some wet mud and a lizard who was chasing its tail." "You must have been tired," said Toad. "I was tired," said Frog, and it started to rain. I went back home. When I got there, said Frog, I found another corner. It was the corner of my house. "Did you go around it?" asked Toad. "I went around that corner too," said Frog. "What did you see?" asked Toad. "I saw the sun coming out," said Frog. "I saw birds sitting and singing in a tree. I saw my mother and father working in their garden. I saw flowers in the garden." "You found it!" cried Toad. "Yes," said Frog. I was very happy. I had found the corner that spring was just around. "Look, Frog," said Toad. "You were right. The rain has stopped." Frog and Toad hurried outside. They ran around the corner of Frog's house to make sure that spring had come again. And that's the end of that one. So if I wanted to say something that's just around the corner to you guys, I would say second grade is just around the corner. Now you can go outside and look around corners, and you can be in your house and look around corners, and you're not going to find second grade right there. But what it means is that it's coming soon. And of course, Frog and Toad are so funny that Frog really did think that when he went around the corner at his house that day, spring was there. And so Toad thinks that because the rain stopped, he's going to go outside and see spring just around the corner. This is one of my very favorite Frog and Toad stories. It's called Ice Cream. And I read it to my class, I'm pretty sure, or to you guys, over Zoom, but I know that my microphone was all wacky wonky. And so I'm going to read it one more time because I just can't get enough of Frog and Toad. One hot summer day, Frog and Toad sat by the pond. "I wish we had some sweet, cold ice cream," said Frog. "What a good idea," said Toad. "Wait right here, Frog. I will be back soon." Toad went to the store. He bought 2 big ice cream cones. Toad licked one of the cones. "Frog likes chocolate best," said Toad, "and so do I." Toad walked along the path. A large, soft drop of chocolate ice cream slipped down his arm. "This ice cream is melting in the sun," said Toad. Toad walked faster. Many drops of melting ice cream flew through the air. They fell down on Toad's head. "I must hurry back to Frog," he cried. Poor Toad. Even when Toad tries to do something nice, it always goes funny. More and more of the ice cream was melting. It dripped down Toad's jacket. It splattered on his pants and on his feet. "Where is the path?" cried Toad. "I cannot see." Frog sat by the pond waiting for Toad. A mouse ran by. "I just saw something awful," cried the mouse. "It was big and brown." "Something covered with sticks and leaves is moving this way," cried a squirrel. "Here comes a thing with horns," shouted a rabbit. "Run for your life." "What can it be?" asked Frog. Frog hid behind a rock. He saw the thing coming. It was big and brown. It was covered with sticks and leaves. It had 2 horns. "Frog!" cried the thing. "Where are you?" "Good heavens!" said Frog. "That thing is Toad." Toad fell into the pond. He sank to the bottom and came up again. "Drat," said Toad. "All of our sweet cold ice cream is washed away." "Never mind," said Frog. "I know what we can do." Frog and Toad quickly ran back to the store. Then they sat in the shade of a large tree and ate their chocolate ice cream cones together. That end. So we only have 2 more Frog and Toad stories left in here, which means we will read those tomorrow, and then we'll read Mercy Watson for the rest of the week, and we'll see how long that takes us. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. I love you. I miss you, and there's no place like home.